Oh yeah, I believe we're live now. How's it going, everyone? Maryland here, and that's right. It's time for another one of these. Is my microphone a little too loud? I feel like it is. Hold on. Let's see if I can fix that. Yeah, it got boosted up to 100%. What? There we go. That should be a little bit better. It won't be quite as noisy. Anyway, how's it going, everyone? Maryland here. I am indeed back for another one of these weekly live streams, just to kind of say hi and just see what's going on. You know, the last two have been just so heartwarming. They've been, viewed and enjoyed, and people just like to see me, even if I don't have that much exciting to say. Now, I did have a lot exciting to say the past 2 weeks. I think that, between, having kind of an announcement about my videos in general and, hey, why am I doing so many, like, of the TCG stuff? And then, of course, last week's discussion of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, there's a lot of excitement. I can't promise you that every week is going to be full of exciting news. This isn't like a podcast. It's not like a vlog. It's honestly just me tuning in to say hi. But after last week, something definitely became very apparent, and that's there's a lot of you that want to support me, and not just by viewing, not just by liking or tuning in, but with actual real world dollars and currency, which is just it's mind-blowing. So that was my project for the past week, was to really, I was mind blown. I mean, you all literally hooked me up with enough to buy Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Pokemon Legends Arceus, New Snap, and still have stuff left over. I mean, I didn't ever ask for it, but I'm super appreciative for it. Now, I'm not at all expecting that to be an ongoing thing, but I did want to use that as an opportunity to get two things kind of going and operational again, so people that do want to do that have an option. So I set up YouTube memberships. I actually had this in the past, but I didn't really know what to do with it. I mean, I was streaming on Twitch, which I'm not really doing right now. We kind of talked about that in previous streams, but that's not really a thing now. And I am going to be streaming over here, which is pretty cool. So even if it's not super exciting, I figure, what? Let's at least set it up so, it can be there. And before I really go on about that, actually, before I continue, we have a $5 US super chat from Shripa saying, speaking of real world dollars and currency, here's some more money for the plush fund your way. Thank you again for the endless smiles and memories. Oh, thank you so much, Shripa, for that. It really means a lot. I also need to turn up the music, I think. I did just buy a really cool Mew plushie. It's kind of sad. I have it off in the, like, a little ways away. I had to move it from where it was. But it's so sad. It's, like, all turned around, and it's like, it look angry. He look angry, poor Mew. But, yeah, that was pretty cool. We just saw a Bidoof back there, which is neat. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about. Before I go on about, the plans and all of that, like, something I want to share with you all, because I know there's this weird transitional period of, wait, I thought you quit making videos, and I totally get that. If you haven't seen, I did a stream like 2 weeks back that really kind of talks about it. It's kind of a, hey, here's the situation, here's what's going on. But something that I mentioned in the now infamous "Thanks for watching, everyone" video that I didn't ever think would like really go as far as it did. I didn't think a lot of people would even watch or care. I thought it was just kind of washed up, but a lot of people really enjoyed it. But something I said in there that last week really kind of highlighted how that had changed, and it highlighted something really, really different. So, how to word this? In that video from last year, one of the things that I said is I didn't really feel motivation for YouTube, and it didn't really feel like anything I was doing was really getting me anywhere with it. It was frustrating, just if I make a video, just seeing the subscribers go down and all that, which makes sense. You're gonna see my subscribers go down. I've had them for years, and that is... Speaking of insane, I was gonna say insane. Holy smokes. How do I pronounce your name? QCWXEZ sent, I believe, is that 500 Swedish krones? Let me know, but 500 of them, that's about $60 US. Holy smokes. What the heck? That's crazy. Just saying thanks for all the great content over the years. Wow, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. That is insane. Holy smokes. I mean, wow. Wow, but like, oh, Melcinitan on Twitch. Okay, yeah. Oh, I know who you are now. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Nice. Well, thanks so much for that. I didn't realize you were over there. That's really cool. Well, cool. I'll definitely try to commit that to memory. But man, thanks so much for that, and for the support across the years as well. Good to see you over here as well. So that's something that I really want to emphasize is, you know, at that period in time, I didn't really feel motivated like with YouTube, and you know, I don't want it to be about the money being a motivator or anything like that. Like, that's a huge help. That's what can keep things sustainable. But the reality is just that feeling of like, I could do like dedicated series like the Fire Red Wedlock, the Rescue Team DX, Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. I mean, those were essentially daily series, if I recall. Or I think Fire Red was on like a very set schedule. I don't think it was daily, but it was pretty good. But the thing is, it was something that, you know, even giving it my all, it didn't really lead me to growing or really like doing anything. I mean, I was making it, and there were people that enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, but it just was like, you know, one of those things that I just didn't feel as motivated. I felt like even if I gave it 110% or 120%, it still wouldn't be enough to really get back on that horse and, you know, ride proudly. And it was sad. And, you know, feeling that and not seeing anything really change, it was like I didn't really feel motivated. And the last stream was insane with the amount of, you know, just people tuning in. There were over 500 people at peak. That is crazy. And so many of you sharing your stories and just glad to say hi. Which, let me take a quick break because we have 2 more super chats. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 more super chats here. Let's go through them in order here. So Dark Red with a $5 US super chat saying, this talk about money has made me want to give a whole 5 buckaroos. Also, hi. Wow, thank you so much. Again, I always feel awkward talking about money. I shared a meme that was like, I am once again asking for your financial support or whatever. It wasn't like to be taken literally. It's a meme template, but I figured it was kind of appropriate. But I don't want it to only be about that. I just want to emphasize how much it means to me to see that people are even willing to do that in the first place. Like, it's heartwarming because, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, that does lead me a step closer to it being something I can do regularly. Like, I don't like it being about the money, but y'all know how it is. And I don't want to ever lock my content behind like a paywall or stuff like that. At least the majority of my stuff, you know, I don't like it being about that. So, you know, we'll talk about it in more of a moment because we also have $5 US from Elcat Stan Adane? Hopefully I got that right. Saying, not the same, but followed you for 15 years now? Heart, do you have a Vulpix plushie? Keep being awesome. Oh, well, thank you so much for the $5. I do have one of the original, like, Vulpix plushies from, shoot, when was it? It was like 1998, 1999, something like that. It's really cute. It's way back over there somewhere. I can get it sometime. But yeah, I like it. And then Gamer 200 with 2 exclamation points and $5 US super chat saying, you know what? I'm coming in with the support as well. I feel bad for missing the last 2 streams and I want to show my thanks to you, so thank you. Oh, thank you so much for the support, and don't feel bad missing the last 2 streams. Hopefully you're able to, get a summary of them. I did finally put timestamps on the last one. I forgot about that, so. And Fiberglass with $4.99 US super chat saying, still have my Pokeball you signed at 2015 Boston Worlds, then the symphonic concert right after the big battles. Anyway, here's to another 12 to 15 years. Hey, thank you so much. I'm glad you remember that. That was a really fun event. Oh man, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. The symphony was so good. The event itself was really cool. I'm glad I had a chance to see you there then. Okay, let me catch my breath and try to continue where I was going with this, as, I think we've gotten a live demonstration of it. Something that really sunk in with, you can even see it with this stream too, but, this is motivating. Any way you look at it, to me as a creator and as a person, to have people not just watching your stuff, not just pressing the like button, but actually even giving some of their hard-earned dollars or whatever currency they use, just to say thanks, just because they know it supports. It was something that was... I walked away from the last stream where, like I said, you all were super generous, insane. I never expect that much. I honestly don't. I don't want to go down that route. If it happens, great, but, even if that was a one-time thing, the motivation I felt was it hit me. This is the first time in a long, long time, years, that I did something on YouTube that actually motivated me. I've done things on YouTube that I was proud of, like making certain videos and series and stuff, but, it's not like it launched me into the stratosphere. It's not like it brought me back to the good old days. It was there, but then it's gone. And, not seeing that growth, not seeing things change, not, seeing that, this was something I did kind of mindset, if that makes sense. And then last week, literally just me talking, it was enough to motivate so many of you to actually give money, which that's a huge thing. That's like a step way beyond. I want my stuff to be there for everyone, and I want it to be, available for that. I don't want it to be about the money. But what I found as, creator, when I said, I'm just done with YouTube and all that, a lot of it was because I just didn't feel that motivation. There just wasn't anything that's I'm successful on YouTube, or I'm doing well on YouTube, or whatever. From a metrics point of view, even though I felt my quality was good, with not Super Mystery Dungeon, Rescue Team DX, just not seeing it sustain me. Realizing I have to do other things if I want to make a living. YouTube just won't facilitate that. And to actually see something change that was just really wild. So I don't want it to be solely about that. This stream is kind of just to talk about these options and these things, because I did, like I kind of mentioned earlier, I did set up YouTube membership if you're looking for a way to kind of, have recurring support. And then also I redid my Patreon, which I was kind of planning on doing more for my website, actually, having that kind of be integrated with that so you can get some benefits. But I figured, you know what, we might as well also extend that to these YouTube weekly chats. I think this is something that I can offer you all. Something that, I can do, something that I can, continue to, provide you. Even if it's nothing fancy, just saying hi every week is really good. Now, before it gets too far out of here, I had to get through some speech, because we do have another $4.99 super chat. This one from Kenneth Saunders saying, hi, I just want to show my love. Thank you for a great content. All I want to play now is Nuzlocke and randomizers. Again, thank you. Well, you are welcome. Thank you for your kind words and your generosity. I hope you have fun with your Nuzlocke and even your randomizers, even if I don't do them like on my channel. I know a lot of people do enjoy them, and hey, all the power to you. Hopefully it goes well for you. Also, I will be answering questions in the chat. I am reading the chat. It's not just restricted to super chats and stuff. How I'm gonna do this stream, just in case you're new, you don't know how it goes, I kind of will spend the first little bit talking about stuff going on in the week, and any kind of updates or exciting things on my end, and get continually interrupted by super chats. But then I'll go on to doing a general kind of Q&A where then I'll be a lot more interactive with chat and such. So just if you have any questions, if you have anything like that, I will remove this this little bottom bit down here when I'm kind of more willing to or more able to kind of answer them. But right now we're going to continue hopefully talking about this. And again, I apologize. It's actually not been like the most exciting week as far as like news and updates. In fact, you know what? Let's take a break really fast here to get the most, hotly thought of, status update. We really need to know this. This is really important. We need to check on the Ampharos report. All right. So do I have anything that's not a bike music? Like, what would be really good right now is if I could get like a beach. I don't even remember. Oh, that's a nice one. I'm trying to think of the place where you run into Jasmine and... Well, this is pretty nice. This is close enough. Okay, so, all right. Time for the Ampharos report, where we need to figure out the burning question. Did I fix Ampharos's incorrect level up status on my website? So let's get to the bottom of this. So here we have my website in the local development server I've been working on, and okay, it's set here, but that was correct. If we keep going down. No! I didn't do it! I'm sorry I let you all down. I let you all down! I still haven't fixed it. It's on my list, but I'm gonna keep showing the Ampharos report until I do fix it. So... But I did find another really funny bug on the site, on the local server. It's not on the live server, but on the local server. See, I kind of had I've been focusing so much on the Pokédex for my new website that I didn't even realize that every single page on my website is now the Pokédex. It's like configured completely improperly. I was just so in there that I didn't even see it. Now this is obviously a little messed up, but yeah, this is supposed to be the credits page, and it's not. It's like a general Pokédex page. So I think we actually got worse. I'm glad I discovered that though, but I'll get it fixed. Don't worry. But I figured I would, I'd have to let you know the status update on the Ampharos report. This is definitely something I will continue. Okay, so this is the music where we meet Jasmine. See, I know she was around Sunny Shore, but I couldn't remember if she was on the route to the north of that or not. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. So now we have that settled. So anyway, long and short of it, last week was just super hype. This week has already been super hype, which is crazy. I don't expect money. I don't expect that. If you can't or don't want to or whatever, that is totally fine. I hope you'll still continue to enjoy my content. I don't want to have it be like, hey, you give me money and I give you the world and I make all these promises. It's not really about that. But I do have a few little benefits here and there that I think are a good kind of just, I don't know, just something, because I want this weekly chat to be a staple. It's something I can do. So regardless of whether you're able to financially contribute or not, I hope you'll enjoy these and just tuning in. I think that's something that you all can enjoy, at least I hope. And also on top of that, this has definitely caused me to reevaluate my plans for YouTube going forward as well. Hey, also we have 50 Swedish krones, or around $6 US, coming in from, hopefully I get this right, Autumn? Saying we must have the sweet honey to attract Pokemon in great numbers. Thank you for 14 years and counting. Wow. Well, you're welcome. I'm glad you remember that meme. That's a good meme. That's a really fun one. I can't wait to have that experienced in Brilliant Diamond. That'll be great. But yeah, I want to have my content like this be selling regular. I have been thinking of a few different ideas for actual video content on YouTube. I think the whole I'm done with YouTube, I think I'm gonna have to say it. I think I'm retracting that statement. I think I was wrong. I think that there's a future here. I think even regardless of this, I was already realizing I want to do like walkthrough style videos for my website anyway, and tutorial stuff. What I'm done with, here's what I'm done with, okay? And I mentioned this last time. I'm done with the YouTube game, all right? I'm done with having to do things for the algorithm, or for the views, or for this or that, you know? If it's 2 months between videos that I make, it's 2 months. It's not gonna be my full-time job. It's not gonna be my part-time job. I still make money from it, which is cool, but I want it to be, I want to do these weekly chats. That I want a staple. But, you know, as far as like, hey, I gotta give you something, it's fine. And if you don't like it, that's totally fine too. Because I know that there are enough of you out there that just like to see me and just like whatever I put up there. And that's really cool. Like, that's neat. And people that pursue the YouTube game and play that game, they're not bad. And I'm not jealous of them. It's totally fine. I just don't need to play it, you know? And if that's what they want, if they want to do that, then great. All the power to them. So, yeah. Also, Dark Red with $5.01. Super chat saying exactly 1 cent larger than $5. Well, thank you so much for that very specific amount. That's wonderful. Gave me a chuckle for sure. So yeah, I of course still feel bad because, again, my original intent was honestly to be done. But I think realizing, as long as I don't feel like I have to play that YouTube game, really this whole concept of the YouTube game is what really kind of stuck with me. And just realizing that, you know, I don't have to make it. I don't want to make it big on YouTube. I really don't. And that's okay. As long as I can just do something. Like, these streams are going to be probably super boring. And that's okay. It's okay, because, I mean, it seems like a fair amount of you are still having fun with it. And wonderful. Now, again, I can't promise they're all going to be exciting. I feel like the last few were pretty cool. But that is why I wanted to have options available for you if you've loved the content I've made over the years and want to give back, you know, financially, so I can do more stuff on YouTube and, you know, not feel like, oh, well, you know, it's wasting my time, quote unquote, you know. I mean, it does still take time to do stuff. Like, that's the thing. And, you know, y'all have given so much over the past 2 streams here that I feel like I want to give back for that, if that makes sense. Like, I've already set up a few plans and ideas. So that's really cool. You all have helped contribute to that. So, you know, but also thinking of ways to kind of have an avenue for that. So the weekly streams, this is something I want to have continue. This week I had it on Thursday instead of Wednesday. I still don't know what day of the week. Like, you know, I did the first one on Wednesday on a whim, and then I did the next one a week later because why not? I had something else going on yesterday at around that time, so I couldn't do it yesterday. But, you know, maybe we'll find more of a rhythm, a good schedule, or maybe have like one day in a month where it's like on Saturday or something, so, you know, more people can tune in or whatnot. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but let's have this be a staple. I think that that will be something, you know, it just gives me a chance to talk, tell you what I've been up to. It gives me a chance to, this is really important, give you the Ampharos report and just show you, hey, here's the progress that I've made on my website, because that is a passion I have. This is what I want to do. Like, I'm really passionate. This week has been stupid busy for me, but I'm looking forward to getting back to this. Like, you know, even though I haven't gotten anything done now, like, it's so close to the big update. And then being able to share with you all, you know, some of the things I've been working on in the week is cool. So, like, I think having the weekly thing is a good staple. So, as far as YouTube memberships and Patreon goes, these are ways that you can, you know, on a regular basis, chip in like $3 a month or $5 a month or pretty much whatever. There's different tiers. I have a meme tier that I honestly hope no one ever does. It's the level 100 shiny big service tier. That's $99.99 US, or I think it adjusts to 99, whatever currency, or around there. But yeah, don't do that. But it's there. You know, it's just there because knowing how people are, someday someone will have it. But anyway, don't think that's what I'm expecting. But there are the $3, the $5, and the $10 tiers. And what I'd like to have done is I'd like to have it so at these tiers, you can have your questions answered in advance. So every week I want to do, you know, streams like this and then have Q&As afterwards where you, the general audience, you chat, you can tune in and you can ask me questions. If you've been asking stuff up till now, you know, I haven't been answering generally. I'll answer these in just a little bit. But one of the benefits of supporting me on either YouTube memberships or Patreon is you can ask me the question in advance and I will answer it before we go on to the general topics. So, small benefit. It's not like I'm having questions only from supporters, but it's a nice way for me to say thanks and to make sure your question gets read, because there's a lot of you asking questions at times, and that's really cool, but, you know, sometimes I might not be able to answer them all, so I think that's a kind of cool compromise. And then I'll also be having like a monthly, like once per month, I'll be having like a special little wall thing that'll scroll, at least I hope, and it will show all of the supporters on both platforms and kind of shout them out there and stuff like that. So there's a few benefits here and there. I don't have my proper outro wall thing for the $10 supporters, but I will get that soon, and I will definitely shout them out. But I just was out of time on today. It's been a really busy week. So YouTube memberships, Patreon aside, for me that took a lot of time writing everything up and doing all that stuff. I did make some pretty cool images actually. Let me see if I can share those with you and just kind of show you the Patreon thing. Let's see. Is this what I want? I think this is what I want. All right. Boom. Yeah, so look at this. I'm proud of how these turned out. They're pretty cool. Supporters, silver supporters, stuff like that. Look at these. Ooh, fancy graphics. Oh man. And then I don't even know. This is way over the top, but it's there. There's crazy people. But yeah, you can definitely check this out. I think actually I don't think I have a link in the chat. Well, you can find it. You're smart. And it does actually give a little bit better of a reward, or not a reward, but like percent that I get as opposed to YouTube memberships, but you don't get the cool benefits of YouTube memberships. So either's fine. Like there's emotes you get. Let's see if they show up. I think they do. I see them on the chat. I don't know if they're gonna show up on the, yeah, they don't show up on the strolling chat on the screen, but they are in the actual chat. Okay, so that's a benefit you get for being a member over here. But otherwise, Patreon it's a little better if you don't care about the chats and stuff. You're like trying to decide the best way to support me. That's the best way, but even YouTube's fine. Okay, so that's my whole kind of spiel for self-promo, I guess. Again, I don't want it to be anything that I'm like holding back stuff from, but I want to find good compromises and things that I know I can do and deliver on, because I've gotten myself into trouble before. Oh man, I feel so guilty still. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. What else have I been up to this week? So I had, I think I might have actually been sick. I think I might have had a cold. I haven't had a proper cold in over 5 years. It's been 5.5 years. In fact, actually, I think it was in Boston, back for that Worlds. I had a bad cold then. I didn't when I went there, but I caught it, and it was miserable. But I actually haven't had a cold since then, which is incredible, especially if you are a content creator, a streamer. I mean, you know, it always stinks when you get sick with stuff. So yeah, yeah. But anyway, it wasn't like a bad cold. I don't think it was, you know, the stuff. I did have like a mild cough, but it honestly, like, the symptoms were way different. There's a giant spider behind you. No, this is a Bidoof. This isn't a spider. It's a Bidoof. It's a Bidoof. It's very cute. But yeah, no, I don't think it was the stuff. I don't think, you know, it was bad. It honestly did feel more like a cold. It wasn't even like a persistent cough or anything. I just felt it was weird. Like, I don't know. I don't even need to go too much into it, but it just, I think it was Friday or Saturday that I just felt like, eh. But, yeah. So that kind of stinks. Hopefully, you all have been pretty healthy. It's just so weird to finally be hit with something. Like, I don't usually get sick. Again, it's been such a long time. Like, I knew it would happen. I knew it would happen. But, you know, it's not like a huge thing. So I guess that's good. All right. So another thing that happened this past week is, in fact, I even did see a question on Minecraft earlier. Someone talking about Minecraft and Hermitcraft and all that. Even though my days on there probably are not coming back because they're all like absolute wizards, I did join a Minecraft server, and I've been having fun with it. It's actually with the TRG and Friends crew, like from the Coliseum and stuff. And, you know, they set up a server like about 2 weeks ago or so, and a bunch of them streamed last Thursday and had fun with that. And I was on. I didn't stream it. I'm just playing on it, having a good time. But it was cool just kind of hanging out with them and doing stuff. So, like, you know, if you watch any of them on their streams, like, some of them have done things on it. I have a cool kind of pyramid I've been working on. That's been a lot of fun. I want to do more with it, but yeah, that has kept me a little busy. It wasn't necessarily something I was expecting right about now, but at the same time, it was a nice experience. It was actually Tom's birthday, I think Tuesday, Tom Fox, and that was a lot of fun. Oh man, that was an experience. But yeah, it was cool just to be able to like hang out with him. Like, I always feel kind of disconnected from so many of them because I'm not into like Mario Party, and you know, I feel like I don't know, like I get nervous around them. I know that they like me and all, but it's just like they all just seem even closer. But like Minecraft's something I actually know, and it's cool because like I feel like I'm in my element there. Like, not all of them are as into Pokemon as I am, but like I'm quite into Minecraft too, so it's really neat. Like, I like it. I feel like it's a good place for us all to bond and just have a good time. And You know, even if they're not streaming, it's been cool. Just like, it's late at night, you know, I'm just on with like Tom and John, and we're just like mining or something, just kind of chilling. I like it. It's neat. Now, it's not something I'm going to stream. It's not something I'm making YouTube videos of or anything like that. But, you know, if you happen to see me around any of their streams, that can be kind of a cool just, hey, he's still around. It's Maryland and doing stuff. So, yeah, I figured I'd kind of mention that because that has been pretty fun. I think it's been a neat little break from things. I kind of had that hankering for it anyway. You know, I wanted to do it back in, what was it? Earlier February, I think. But I didn't do it because it's like, you know, if I just do it single player, like, sure, I could make stuff, but who am I making it for? You know, sometimes it's nice to be able to just chill, you know, just have, like, somewhere I can show off my work. And, you know, even though it's not super impressive, like, it's neat. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's about everything I had to say as far as, like, what I've been up to this week. You know, we got the YouTube memberships going on. We got Patreon going on. We've got, well, I was sick. There's other stuff I've been working on behind the scenes, but I can't talk about all that. And then, the TRG server for Minecraft has been fun. So I think that's everything I have. So that brings me to the next part of the segment. We're gonna go with questions and answers. Hey! So let's try this out. Hopefully this ends up working out all right. Now, how this will be structured is if you are either a patron or a YouTube member, I will go through well, for the YouTube members, I made a post in the community tab, and I will answer questions there. I think I'm actually going to have it shown on screen here, so let's hop over here. I don't think there's anything sensitive. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and answer these. And then I believe there was one on Patreon as well. And then I'll take questions from the rest of you all, everyone else who didn't leave a comment here or a question, and we'll see what's up. Okay, so let me have some water first. Oh, man. Good stuff. Okay, so let's start with Otomachi Una. Are you a fan of rhythm games? Oh, man. So I'm not like a huge fan of them, but I have played a few. The ones that I've probably played the most are the Persona dancing games. Persona, what was it? Dancing All Night? And then, or Persona 4 Dancing All Night. And then Persona 5 Dancing in a Reasonable Hour. I don't remember what it was called, but the Persona 5 one is also a lot of fun. I have a friend, he likes rhythm games a lot more than I do. And he also likes Persona. I got him into that series, and he tried out that game. He's like, yo, I like this. And so he came over. This was, you know, before the pandemic and everything, but he came over and brought it over and showed me how to play. I'm like, whoa, this is really cool. So it's kind of been like our go-to game if ever we're just hanging out. We just like, we take turns going back and forth on the different Persona dancing games, which is fun. Like, it's cool. And I'm not like great. I think I beat one song on, I think I King Crazied one song on hard, but he can do stuff on whatever the highest difficulty is, the insane one, which is neat. But yeah, yeah. So I mean, that's about my extent. I think I've tried what is it, Theater Rhythm. I think I have the first Theater Rhythm for Final Fantasy, and I played a little bit of it. It was all right. It's not like, rhythm games aren't really my genre, if that makes sense, but it is something that I like them all right. I'm fairly good. I'm just not like crazy good. I guess kind of if you want to count like Guitar Hero and Rock Band. I played a little bit of those back in the day too, but yeah. Okay, so next up, let's go with Fire Puppo. Off the top of your head, are there any Sinnoh Pokemon you haven't used before that you'd like to give a shot on your team when you play the Sinnoh remakes? So one that I actually really want to use, I don't think I'll use it for Brilliant Diamond, because I think it's only in Pearl unless they change it, but I really want to actually use Glameow and Purugly. These are Pokemon that are like completely absent the Pokemon series. Like, do you know when the last time you could actually use a Purloin or a Purugly going through the game was? Like, not towards the end of the game or post-game? I think it was actually literally Pokemon Pearl. It's crazy. Like, it's just never around. So, like, I kind of want to use it. I think you could get it in Oras as well. I don't remember where. Like, I know it's in one of the islands that you have to fly to, but, you know, no, not Purloin, Purugly. The difference, there's a difference. But yeah, I never really used it. Yeah, it wasn't in Platinum either. It's really weird. So like, I kind of want to give it a chance, but realistically for my Diamond series or Brilliant Diamond, like, I wouldn't mind using Baniri or Lopunny because I really like them. Wait, did I say Purloin? I know I said Purugly at one point. If I said Purloin after that, then yeah, it's on me. But I know I did say... I said Purloin instead of Glameow. Okay. Alright, well, go with it, chat. You know what I mean, though. Let me edit the video really fast. No, Glameow and Purugly. Just for the record. Just if there's any confusion. Those are who I mean. But I mean, you can see the problem. These are very forgettable Pokemon. They're never around. And they're kind of cool. Like, I wouldn't mind using them. I think it was probably when I was mentioning the islands. That's probably what it is. But yeah, so those are things that I wouldn't mind using. I wouldn't mind using Baniri or Lopunny because I've tried to use them for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But you all know what happened with that series. It meant the Maryland Classic of, yeah, let's make 10 episodes and then just have it vanish. Anyway, yeah, I guess that would be something I'd think of. Otherwise, I mean, I like Weasel. I think using that early on could be kind of cool. It's always a nice choice. But I mean, I kind of used it. I didn't really use Weasel. I mean, for Gangnam Style, I used a Floatzel, essentially. Like, I think technically I caught it as a Weasel, but it doesn't really count. Having it early on could be cool. Otherwise, Chatot could be fun. I really don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, I guess realistically one I've never used, I know I've never used it, is Glameow and Purugly. There we go. There we go. Okay, next up for the Ask in Advance questions from Shripa. What is one memory that makes you really happy in regards to / throughout your career on YouTube? That's a good question because I know I tend to be rather negative when it comes to YouTube. But, you know, honestly, one that comes to mind right now is, hey, Auntie, you hear Breezel? Honestly, the reception from the thanks for watching video that I made. I mean, even though it was kind of bittersweet because, you know, it was me leaving essentially and saying, yeah, I'm done with YouTube. It was really nice to see so many people, hundreds of people sharing their stories of how I impacted them and made their life better over the years. Like, you know, there were some that were just, you know, hey, thanks, I enjoyed your series. And there were some that were like, you literally saved my life. And even though, you know, maybe to you it might seem like, yeah, sure. No, I know how that can be. I know how it can be having something that keeps you going. And I think that's so great that I was able to help people with that. Like, I take it seriously, and it's just really cool. So just reading everyone's stories about, you know, that was definitely something that did make me happy. And, you know, in a way it kind of made me regret it, but I also knew, at least at the time, it was what I needed to do. Now, it's kind of good to see it's changed and, you know, things have changed. I think that time away was really helpful. you know, I do have, oh, I forgot to show you what I have. I think we're done with this question. I have one over on Patreon that I'll get to in a moment. But, I got a preview for you for upcoming videos, probably this weekend. That's right, that's right. You know who it is. My friends at Pokemon. They sent me some stuff. Oh yeah, it's the newest set, Battle Styles, Sword and Shield Battle Styles, and this is a proper booster box. I know I recently did some Shining Fates stuff that they sent me, which was a lot of fun, but that's kind of like a special set. Like, it's a little different than their, you know, their usual releases. So this is their actual, like, set of the season. Usually they have a new set, like, main set every quarter. So yeah, I got some stuff to open. Be expecting 2 videos. I'll probably do one for the Elite Trainer box, which is a lot of fun, and one for the booster box. But yeah, lots of packs. Super curious to see what's in there. Again, thanks so much, Pokemon, for sending me some stuff to check out. All right, and then we have one question over on Patreon, which, again, if you are a patron and you didn't ask your question or you didn't see it there, just make sure you update your supporter tier and just make sure it's on at least the $3 a month one. Like, if you're already pledged, it might not have been available. You might have just had it because it's something I kind of relaunched. So just check it out if you're already over there and you want to ask some questions. If you're not already over there, you can check it out. Hopefully I'll have a link in the description. Okay, so I think we're good here. All right. So we have from, hopefully I get this right, Arthalia? Again, I'm open to corrections, but yeah. Did you ever have any dreams when you were a kid of who you wanted to be? I, Arthalia, no, I dreamed of being a vet. Ooh, that's pretty cool. You know, it's kind of weird because I actually didn't. It's strange. I try to think of things that I, you know, wanted to be, or how I think of my life. I think of it in, you know, the pre-Pokemon era and the post-Pokemon era. And there's other little eras in my life, but so much changed after that. And prior to that, I don't really know. It's strange. I didn't really have any kind of aspirations. If anything, I felt scared. I didn't know what I'd be. I didn't feel like I had any skills. I didn't feel like I was really that great at anything. I don't know, maybe like a builder? Maybe like, I mean, because I used to like Legos and castles and stuff like that, but it wasn't something that was like really screaming to me. I really don't know. I mean, maybe like a pilot or something. Like I probably could have seen myself thinking that, but I didn't really have any clear goals or dreams. And I kind of envied people that did, because, you know, growing up, there's always, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I it's gonna sound kind of weird, but I think it's also kind of relatable. What I wanted to be growing up, I didn't want to be poor. You know, it's not like a good answer. It's not like a job, but like, I was really worried. Just, I didn't know what I was going to be. And I didn't really have confidence to think I could do anything. And I didn't want to be like, you know, just a letdown or just, you know, there. So even though it's like, wow, what a weird answer. Like, that's what I didn't want to be. And I'm glad I didn't become that. Like, it was definitely, I didn't really have a rich growing up. But I did, my parents were really good. They always made birthdays and Christmas really special. And I really appreciate that effort. But I know it wasn't easy. And even though they made that really nice, you know, I did have some luxuries for sure. I had a lot better than a lot of people, but I knew things were rough. And it just had me really fearful of how, am I ever going to be able to break that mold? And somehow I did. So, I mean, I guess growing up, I didn't really think of what I wanted to be. I just thought of what I didn't want to be. So I know that's probably a deeper answer than you're expecting, but Hopefully that works. Hopefully, Arthalia, your dreams of being a vet worked out, or you found something else really good as well. All right. Also, Auntie saying former Patreon user. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. You are definitely VIP. I definitely I see you there. Okay, so chat. I think that's actually it. I think we're done with the announcements and what I've been up to in the week. And on top of that, I think we're done with all of the questions that have been asked by patrons, by YouTube members, supporters. Even if you can't give money, you can still support me by just tuning in and having a good time. And if you really like it, you can press that like button. You know, that does help. But it's not all about that. So that's why this is open to you all now. But let's get some new music going first. This is a good one. I like it. All right. Oh, man. I'm also tired. I do apologize. And this is kind of awkward, but this, you may have noticed my hair right here. It's super wild. I don't understand what's going on. I just took a shower. And like, every now and then it just gets wild. I hate it. I hate it. All right, let's see. Nate saying, I'm playing Terraria and doing a hardcore world for a different challenge from normal. Have the worst world RNG. Have no caves to the right until jungle. Crimson directly to the left. Wow, that's pretty rough. I was playing Terraria recently with a friend of mine. And we're playing on, it's on Master Mode, not on Hardcore, but it's on Journey Mode as well, but set up to Master Mode difficulty. And man, we just could not find a beehive for the longest time. It was really, really frustrating. Let's see. Spooky Venom asking, that's a good question, where the names of your team come from. Actually, this is, I think, piggybacking off of also Kiki's question of where did your Salamence called Tiamatria get her name from? All right, I'll try to talk about that if I can remember at least. So Tiamatria, again, I like coming up with names. I wasn't as good at it back in the day, but I like a lot of mythology and, you know, Final Fantasy enemies and stuff like that. So Tiamat was like the dragon queen, and I don't remember which lore. I know in Final Fantasy there's, you know, Tiamat, but I think it's still based on something. And that was kind of the inspiration for it. It's like, okay, well, you know, I have this pretty decent female bag on, and I want to have a cool name for it when it's a Salamence. So I thought, well, let's name her Tiamatria, just because it sounded kind of neat. And then Spookshire is just like, I don't know, I thought of the Shire, and then, you know, spooky ghosts and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool. I didn't really have much control over Lucky, the Blissey, because again, she was caught in my Japanese Fire Red version. Or no, Japanese Leaf Green, that's what it was. I have English Fire Red. And, you know, I transferred her up, so I couldn't really change the name. So yeah, that's there. But thankfully, my Garchomp, Champa, that was from my Japanese Diamond version. And I could at least change the name in Japanese, so I used the Japanese for Champa. Like, yeah. And then same with Gojira, my Tyranitar. And that was just kind of... Actually, no, wait. Gojira was my Rampardos. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Megiddo in Japanese. That was my Tyranitar. Wait, right? Maybe that's from a different team. I don't remember. But anyway, I also had Metal Phoenix, which is, you know, a Metal Phoenix. Yeah, Skarmory seemed like a good name for that. And then, of course, Fear the Rattata. Had to go with that. Emily Lou, thank you so much for the $5. Saying, hi, Marilyn. I've been watching you since your Heart Gold Wedlock. Keep up the good work. What's your fave and least favorite thing about Sword and Shield? Ooh, that's a good question. Well, first of all, thank you so much for the $5. As for my favorite and least favorite thing about Sword and Shield, favorite thing, I actually did like the raids and the wild area. Like, I thought it was a cool concept. I think they could have done it a little bit better, and I think they really refined it for Dynamax Adventures, but it was still neat. Like, I felt like that was a fun thing. As far as my least favorite thing, I really hate how the puzzles are the same whether you're playing Sword or Shield in the gyms. Like, the first time I played, I thought, oh, this is going to be really neat. They're going to be way different, and they were like the same thing, just painted a different color. Didn't like that. Auntie asking a good question that I definitely want addressed for him. Do you have any future plans for those who are formerly Patreons on your Patreon? So I want to find something. I know that you're definitely there on that list. I ran into Kireo the other day, last week for the stream, who I know supported a lot too. I know if there's any that have like been particularly generous over the years, I'm more than willing to do something as far as, you know, getting them included and stuff. The problem I have right now is just like how these two things are set up as far as, you know, posting publicly and stuff. But I do believe you still have access to the Discord and the Patreon channel there, and I think a custom rank too. So if that's something you want, definitely let me know. I just can't like supersede Patreon's ability, but I might be able to still find something cool. But again, my goal is to have it very relaxed as far as, you know, like I'm not going to get in over my head. I'm not going to like start up another Minecraft server, do this or that. Things like that. But I'm definitely open. There are a lot of names that I recognize over the years, and you know, if I remember you from all that, like, yeah, just reach out if there's something you need or something along those lines. And also, yeah, if you're reposting the same question, if I didn't answer it, that is perfectly fine. Not a problem. It's only if you're posting it like every second. I mean, there's like a 5-second slow mode, so it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, if I miss it or if I don't answer it right away, you can feel free to ask it again, and I won't count that as bad or spam or anything. In fact, I'll go ahead and answer your question right now. It's can the Bidoof behind me be Carib, or is it Carib? Assuming from my playthrough. No, it's just a Bidoof. I actually got it way before that. I think maybe even before YouTube in general. And as for the memes, I do remember a lot, but when I go through some of my old videos, there's still stuff that I'm like, wow, that was really funny. I don't even remember it. Just made it have a question. Do you play Smash? If so, what is your favorite character? Because my favorite's Steve from Minecraft. I don't really play it nowadays, to be honest, but when I did play, I played a lot of Lucario and Charizard. They were pretty cool. If I were to play a Sword and Shield Nuzlocke, not necessarily on YouTube, how would I handle wild encounters? So what I would do is I would probably, I mean, this is me. What I would do is I would build a script that would roll through all the possible encounters. Like, first I'd flip a coin, essentially, to decide if it's a wild encounter or an overworld encounter, and then it would go through the possible encounters, and it would pick one at random based on its rarity, and then I would get, like, I'd have to hunt it down, if that makes sense. So it wouldn't technically be the first encounter, but it would be like rolling a 100-sided die and then assigning, you know, every, like, range of, you know, let's say it's a 40% chance of one thing, you know, then if it's 1 through 40, then I have to find that Pokemon. So, you know, probably more complicated than a lot of other people would do, but that's how I would do it, and I think that would still keep it in the style of things. It would just change it from being the first one you encounter to you have to hunt for something, and I think that would be probably more in the spirit of things. Do I still have that Diamond and Pearl Arceus video archived somewhere? I do still have it around, but I don't really see the need in reposting it because it was never officially, like, revealed that way. Like, there wasn't actually a Spear Pillar event. I thought I was cheeky. I got a friend to kind of help me out with getting a certain item on my Pearl version to show for that video, but yeah. Let's see. Will I play Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl blind, semi-blind, or otherwise? I mean, I'll probably play it. I mean, I'm gonna play it blind. It'll be my first time playing. As far as YouTube goes, obviously it won't be blind. It'll be, you know, I've played the originals many times. Do I still like or dislike Anthony Hiker and Erwin Juggler? Yeah, they're gross. There's another Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game. Would you want similar graphics to the Rescue Team DX game, or would you rather see a different style? Either like that, or I'd rather see it in the style of like a Bravely Default. Like, I think that'd be really cool if they did like pixely kind of stuff. And they kind of already had that in the camps for DX. But I like DX's style just fine. I just think it's fine if they change it too. Like, it doesn't have to look super detailed. Did I hear about Josh and Renee having their son in May? Yeah, that's really cool. Is Diamond and Pearl your favorite game? No, but it definitely has a really important part. Or like, it's definitely something that is important to me because of that was what launched my site and YouTube channel into orbit. You know, I was talking earlier about not wanting to be poor. I mean, I'll be real, that literally changed my life. It shaped the rest of my life, which was really cool. It turned it into something I could make a living from and have be my job and help a lot of people with too. So even though I think my favorite is still X and Y, like, I appreciate Diamond and Pearl, the originals. I enjoy them. Which region overall would you say has your most favorite soundtrack? You have a favorite song from that particular region? I really like X and Y. I love their music. It's very relaxing. Very relaxing. For a lot of it. Like, it's good mood music as you go through the different areas. Very seasonal. And then my favorite would, of course, be not so relaxing, but the Xerneas and Eviltal theme. I love that. That's a lot of fun. Let's see. What's your favorite Blade in Xenoblade 2? I love Finch. She's adorable. Like, she's just so colorful and cool looking. And, like, as soon as I saw her in the trailer, I'm like, wow, I want to get that Blade. She looks neat. She's terrible, but I was really motivated. Ever read the Pokemon manga? Not really. Not really. I'm trying to think of any other Blades that are really good in that, too. Or that I liked. I used, I like Rock. He's obviously cool. I like the Wolfric. That was fun. I didn't really play with many of the DLC Blades. But yeah, anyway. Speaking of Bravely Default, have you played any of them? I have played some of Bravely Default 1. I made the mistake of doing that on hard. And it's super grindy. I never finished it. I'm only in like chapter 3 and it's a pain. I don't really feel motivated to finish it either. But I technically have Bravely 2nd. I remember the Pokemon Silver series I did before the release of Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Weirdly, that's one I always forget, but yeah, it's one of those that like pops up every now and then. And I'm like, what the heck? I did that? And yeah, I apparently did. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I kind of wish I would have finished both that and the Soul Silver series, but oh well. Have I ever attempted to complete a living dex in any of the games? Technically, I've tried to in Rescue Team DX. I don't know if that counts. Otherwise, I don't really care for living dexes. They don't really appeal to me that much. Have I played the Final Fantasy VII Remake? I have not. I played the original FF7 a while ago, though. Dogs, cats, or both? I'm personally a cat person. I'm not a dog person. I was scared of them when I was a kid. I had one chase me so far and it just terrified me. So, and there were a few other dogs that just didn't really get along well with me, so I don't mind them that much nowadays, but I definitely prefer cats. How fluent am I in Japanese? Not. Not at all. I can't speak it. I can read katakana almost perfectly, though. Hiragana I can read all right, but I don't necessarily know all of the words, like what they mean. Like I can... It's like recognizing the letters, but not understanding the word, if that makes sense. And then I know like a few kanji symbols, but I couldn't really... I don't really know how they're pronounced for the most part, because I know there's like, oh, they can be like pronounced different ways based on where they are. I don't know. I can read. I like the katakana knowledge. That's something I definitely enjoy, because you can use that a lot for loan words and stuff. Do I like Pokemon Black too? Yeah. Do you have a favorite Mario game? I really like Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. I love that game. Diamond or Pearl? Definitely Diamond. What age did I start to code? For websites like HTML5, geez, you're gonna probably be mind blown at this, but it was like 8 or 9, I think. Maybe even younger? Yeah, I think it was even younger. I think it was 95 on AOL Press. And it was about like the Super Nintendo and stuff. It was so dumb. But like realistically, I started learning like actual programming kind of stuff. Well, technically RPG Maker helped, but it was 2003 from my website, and it was I was 16? Yeah, it would have been 16 then. Let's see. Which Mystery Dungeon game has been my most favorite thus far? Super Mystery Dungeon. I love it. I actually like it more than Explorers of Sky. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I played like one session of it a long time ago, and it seemed kind of neat. But I don't really play it. I don't have like a group for it or anything, and I don't even know if I would. But yeah. When's my birthday? It's in September. What coding languages do I know? I know PHP. Laughs in PHP. I use that still regularly. That's what I grew up with. I know JavaScript. You want to count jQuery. It's not technically its own language, but you know, some of that. I dabbled in Ruby, a little bit of Python. Actually, more Python than Ruby, honestly. They don't really count, but HTML and CSS I do pretty good with. Let's see, what else do we have here? Have you ever played Among Us? If so, how do you feel about it? It was pretty fun. I played it. I love how it was just... It just appeared as like... I mean, it was released a while ago, but it was one of those things that just really took off. Like, I kind of started watching some streamers play it before it was like the rage. Like back in August of last year. And it was neat. It was cool to see. Just kind of an indie success. Like, I can see why it was so successful. But yeah, I played it a little bit with some of the TRG crew, and it was really fun. Let's see. What's the biggest problem you notice in every new Pokemon game? That they don't have adjustable difficulty. Like, this is easy to add, all things considered, and it would solve so much complaining. I think it's important that the games are accessible to people, but it's just one of those things that they really need to have, because there's so many people that focus on, like, I want a challenge in the games. I really want a challenge, and they don't get that challenge. Pokemon games are too easy. Well, yeah, they're making them for a general audience. They're making them for young people. Like, why do you think that it's gonna have to be comparable, you know, in difficulty? But if they just had like a difficulty slider or something, or had more like in the way of the challenge mode like they had in White 2 and Black 2, that'd be great, except do it even better. You know, just have more customization. I think that would have been great if they could do that. Favorite Pokemon generation? I really like Gen 6. How many Pokemon plushies do you have and what are they? I do not have enough time in the stream to answer that question or to show them all off. I have too many. That's it. That's it. I have way too many. I have a lot. I've collected them for a while. I don't know if I want to cut back on them or not, though. I probably could. I probably should, honestly. What do you do outside of YouTube? I sleep. I cook. I don't know. No, I work on my website. Like, that's the main thing I do nowadays. I haven't even done that lately, but I have been working on it, and that's what I'm excited for. It's gonna be really cool. What am I excited about for Pokemon Legends Arceus? I just really like the fact that it's set in the past. Like, that's kind of something I really wanted to explore way back. You know, just that whole concept. I thought we'd have it in Kanto, but I'm delighted we have it in Sinnoh, because I like Sinnoh. This mystical or mythical thing called sleep. I don't know. I haven't had good sleep lately. It's been like 3 days since I've had any decent sleep. Like the past 3 times I've slept, it's just been like last night. Oh man, I was waking up every hour. It was just crazy. Like it really messes with you in regards to dreams and stuff. Because, you know, you're like just going through and like, it's bits and pieces of just random stuff. So strange. Yeah, I just need to get a nap. Thankfully, there's not really much going on this upcoming week. I had like this huge packed schedule this week of stuff, and I was sick, and it was just like really a mess. So I looked at my schedule this upcoming week, and presently there's not anything. So hopefully I'll have a chance to just kind of like unwind and not worry about too much. That'll be good. That'll be good. Oh my gosh, 4 a.m. where you live right now. Wow. I usually go to bed at like 3:30 or 4 anyway, but I also usually just, you know, I can go to sleep whenever. Or I can wake up like at 11:30 or so. Did I play Conquest? If so, what's your thoughts? I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't like it as much as like Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. It was alright. Am I going to be playing this week then? That's a good question. I haven't really played any games lately. I feel really bad. Like, I have Bug Fables, but I have not had any time for it. I haven't played it in like a month. I mean, I've played like Minecraft and Terraria and stuff, but that's mostly like to hang out with friends and such. But like, just, you know, let me sit down and just play a game. It's just been hard to do. Do you think Pokemon Home will be able to connect with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl? Yeah, probably. Have I ever speedrun any Pokemon game? Not technically, but I did play through, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee in sub 5 hours by following a speedrun route. So it wasn't like a true speedrun because I think I did it in chunks and I wasn't like timing it, but it was pretty fast and that was fun. Like I needed to get through it right away. What's the creation you're most proud of in Minecraft? Man, I made this gigantic base on my Facebook streams of Minecraft. It was huge. And it even had a basement that had an automatic sorting system for hundreds of items where I could just dump things in a chest upstairs and it would all be in, like it gets sorted out. It used so much redstone and iron, but it was really cool. Like I enjoyed it. Speedruns don't have to be all at once. Technically, unless they're accepted as a segmented run, they do. It has to be a single segment. Usually it's only segmented unless it's like, or if it's really, really late. Or not late, like, well, a long game, if that makes sense. But you can still run it fast. Like, obviously I wasn't submitting my times to the leaderboard or anything. I remember seeing that. It was so cool. Yeah, I loved it. It was really neat. Single segments are different. They're usually the norm, though. Like, usually it's assumed you have to be on the... actually, no, you're right. Single segment, I think, is without saving and stuff, but it's... to be accepted on most of the leaderboards, you can't just, like, you know, save your game, then go make some dinner or something, and then come back. Usually it uses real-time attack. Is your backloggery up to date? It should be. I actually haven't gotten any games this year. It's really weird. I replayed Dragon Warrior Monsters, and I actually did 100% that, which was nice. But I haven't really started anything else up yet. I play MMO games. Not anymore. I played RuneScape. I played a little bit of FF14, but not a lot. I want to go back to that. Do you have advice in finishing games? I have way too many games piled up. I use a site called Backloggery, and you can input all of the games you have, as well as give them a marker as to whether you've beaten them, whether you've completed them, like 100%, whether you haven't even started them yet, or whether you're playing them. I mean, you know, it's really nice for that. So what I like to have it all inputted there, and then I like to have it so... because of that, it kind of motivates me to beat games, you know? Because it's like, okay, I have a list. I don't want to start up too much stuff that I'm not going to finish because I'm accountable. Whereas if I don't use Backloggery, or there's another one, How Long to Beat, but if you don't use something like that and you just kind of play stuff, I find it's like, I don't always finish things. I think having a motivator to finish things is a good thing. Let's see. What's my favorite game of all time? I really don't know. I mean, a lot of it depends on the mood. I really like Terraria. I put 950 hours in that. I obviously like the Pokemon games. You know, I put over 1,000 hours in X and Y. You know, Tetris Attack, stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, again, a lot of it's just different moods and stuff. Alright, as a vegetarian, what do you typically eat in a day? You know, pasta, tofu, rice, eggs. Actually, I don't know. I don't eat eggs as much nowadays. Beans. Beans are always good. Pizza. I don't honestly eat pizza that often, don't worry. Let's see. Am I into Marvel movies? I've watched a few of them. They're alright. Favorite mythical? Skyform Shaman. I love that thing. So good. Do I like any card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering? I like the Pokemon card game. That's really the only one I play nowadays. I used to play the DBZ card game way back, like when it was good. I really liked it back in the day. Like, I thought it was really balanced and fun. But then they changed it. I still have a lot of my old cards for it, though. It was fun. Dude, I think BDSP will have one of the mythicals available in post-game story like Deoxys and Oros. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. They've been kind of handing them out more. I hope that they give Shaman. That'd be cool. The original DBZ card game was awesome. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's gone through so many iterations. Like, I don't think the GT set was that bad, especially because it was compatible with the old stuff. But then they, like, they remade it so many times, and it wasn't the same sense. But the original was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I knew a lot of people big into it too, which was nice. My fan of Magic the Gathering, I respect it, but I don't really play it. I don't have any cards for it. Favorite anime? Probably Welcome to the NHK. It's definitely more mature, but it's about like a hikikomori where he goes through so much like internal monologue and stuff and anxiety, and I don't know, I have a lot of fond memories with that. Why don't you do a Wonderlock of Sword and Shield to hype up the upcoming games? Because I don't want to do a Wonderlock or Nuzlocke anymore. Not my cup of tea these days. I've just kind of stepped back from that. Let's see. Favorite GTA? I don't... 5, I guess, just because sometimes I watch the RP servers, but I don't really like GTA. Is that a Moogle shirt? Yeah, it's so adorable. Look at this. I love it. They're so cute. All the Moogles on here. I don't remember. I think I got this from the Yeti. I saw it. I'm like, I have to get it. I have to get it now. Right now. What are some of your favorite Galar Pokemon? Let's see. There's a few I like. I like Galarian Zigzagoon. It's pretty cute. Linoon and On. I don't know. Score Bunny, obviously. Actually, I like the whole Score Bunny line. They're pretty cool, but I really like Score Bunny. It's very cute. I like rabbits. Fire rabbits especially. It's like, oh, it's perfect. What else did they add that I like? It's kind of neat. I like Indeedee as well. Those are just some off the top of my head that I thought of that I like. What other kind of music do we want? We haven't had anything that exciting. You know what? Let's do like a battle music. There we go. There we go. Did I ever find Nuzlocks and Wedlocks hard to complete? Started so many, but always get burned out. Never had the energy to finish them. I know. It's not just you. Honestly, that's one of the things that stinks about doing like YouTube and Twitch streams and stuff like that for it is, you know, you pretty much don't have a choice. Like, you gotta do the grind. You gotta do that. If something dies, you just know, all right, well, there's another 2 or 3 hours of grinding. And, you know, it's like everything, depending on what you get, you might just have some bad stuff. It's just like, yeah, it's kind of stinks. So, yeah, I get burnt out from it all the time. But, yeah. That's a relatable feeling. I think that after you've done a few, you kind of lose that excitement, you know? Wow, yeah, that's really early / late over there, huh, Dolphin Squared? What's going on? Hey, how's it going, Max LP Queen? I've been a little sick lately. It's weird. Not like bad or anything, but I think I'll officially designate it as a cold, which I haven't had in like 5.5 years. I have a gaming PC. I guess technically it could qualify as that. Thankfully, I got the video card for it like right before everything sold out. It's a 2070 Super. So it's not like, you know, 3080 Ti, but it's pretty good. Gets the job done. I mostly got it for videos and stuff. You know, this is good music, but it's just a little... not quite where I want it to be. I know why Pokemon cards recently have been getting scalped like crazy. Yeah, I'll tell you why. You're on the site that's causing it. It's because of YouTubers. You know, a lot of YouTubers wanted to just get it for content and buy it up. Like, they got, like, all the first edition base set stuff, and it sold for, like, hundreds of thousands and all that. And, you know, it spiked an interest in it again. So, like, that's kind of become a thing that a lot of other creators have picked up on, and they want to do all sorts of stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, it's not it's not bad. It's just that's part of what has driven the increase. A lot of these creators want content. They want to be the one to open up 100 boxes of things. And then, because people watch them, they want to go buy it. So it's kind of a domino effect there. That being said, my friends at Pokemon sent me... They did send me this stuff to check out, which is cool. So, but to be fair, I have been doing that for a decade. They've sent me stuff from long before the hype started recently again. I mean, you know, I enjoy having a good relationship with them on that. That's something really cool I want to talk about. You know, I do a lot of these box opening videos and stuff. And, you know, they send me things like that, and it's cool. And I definitely appreciate it because I know right now the market is just so tough getting cards. And I really hope that they're able to you know, ramp up production and make it available again. I was hearing on Twitter, apparently a similar thing happened in Japan back in 2018. And there was like a year where it's just really hard to get stuff. And it's recovered since then. So I don't remember who said that on Twitter, but it was good. It gives me hope. So hopefully it'll change a bit. But yeah, whether you're able to get the stuff or not, my friends at Pokemon, they always send me some stuff to check out. And I love having a chance to show it off. But I also don't ever want to be like, I'm not going to open up tens of thousands of packs or whatever. You know, that's never what it's about. I'm not taking anything from, you know, anyone that could get it at the store. You know, it's just to hopefully give you a chance to pick it up yourself if you're able. But again, it really works best if it's in stock for retail price. And yeah, if it's way overpriced, that stinks, you know. Honestly, it's so awesome how you have a relationship with Pokemon. It's really cool. They provide cool stuff for the channel. It really is. Like, that's something why I really didn't want to just quit altogether with YouTube, because I wanted to maintain that good relationship with them. I mean, you know, it is a good relationship on all sides. I get free product to check out that I want to collect anyway. I mean, you know, I'm a Pokemon fan. That's really cool. It's not truly free. You know, I added it up. The batch of Shining Fates stuff that I did, I think it was like 15 hours worth of work. Like, between the recording, the editing, upload, you know, I mean, it's that actually does add up. It isn't truly free, and that's something you have to keep in mind for a lot of creators that get free product. Is it's not as simple as just, oh, cool, look at all this stuff. It's, you know, they give back too. So I'm glad to give them my time and my audience to help promote their products. But I mean, think of it from their perspective too. It's like, hey, I'm a family-friendly guy. I've been a passionate fan of Pokemon since the games were released in the US, even before then. And, you know, I'm a really good fit. At least I hope so. I hope I've done right by them. So, like, having a good relationship with me has got to be beneficial as well, because, you know, they have someone super authentic that, like, you know, I can show you this stuff and tell you what I think about it. And I've been a fan of the series for such a long time too, which is really cool. I mean, you know, it's a good kind of person to have on your side. So I love having that relationship with them, you know. And again, I never wanted to be like, hey, look at all the free stuff I got. You know, I mean, it's cool. Like, I remember when I was a kid thinking, wow, you get free stuff? That's so cool. But, you know, to me, it's not really about that. It's about, like, hey, this is a cool thing I can do with them. Like, I have a chance to work with one of my favorite brands, and it's like super organic too. I mean, you know, you've seen my channel for a while, I hope, and you see I don't really have much sponsored stuff. I don't have your NordVPN, you know, because I'm not gonna say any other product that may or may not exist that you've probably heard on commercials a million times. You haven't seen paid shadow leg ends, whatever that, you know, you don't see me do that stuff. And again, this goes back to the YouTube game. I don't fault creators who need to accept sponsorships or extra revenue. You know how it is on YouTube. I don't fault them for that. But my point I was trying to make here is, you know, it's sponsored content. It's free product. I am promoting their product. And what a great fit, because this is stuff that, like, I feel really good about promoting and showing off. And you all, I hope, feel really good about seeing it. You know, it's fun. Like, it's really cool content. It's not just, oh yeah, he's paid for this or that. And also, just for the record, you know, I don't get paid anything for this. You know, I get YouTube ad revenue. I get the product, but, you know, it's never like, oh, they're giving me, you know, $1,000 for this. You know, it's not like a sponsorship thing, which, you know, I like. That's exactly how I want to do things, because then I'm able to give my thoughts. Then you're able to have a chance to see the product, and, you know, it works out well because I do get some from YouTube as well, which is cool. But just so that's clear, you know, that's how it is. And I think that's good. A lot of you, you know, it's kind of become a meme. I'll say my friends at Pokemon sent me this. And I guess before I go on to the, you know, any more Q&A stuff, just talking about this really fast. Part of the reason for that is to comply with, like, FTC guidelines and stuff when it comes to product endorsements and promotions and stuff like that, where you, as the consumer of a product, should know the relationship someone reviewing the product has with the company that produces the product. Does that kind of make sense? So, you know, something like this Pokemon product here, I have to tell you, I got it for free, because that does potentially impact my perspective for you, the viewer. If I just went out and bought it, which I've done with product and unboxing videos before, you know, I wouldn't have that same obligation to tell you. You know, if anything, I'd probably tell you, hey, I didn't get this from them. But that's why you'll oftentimes hear me say that, or you'll hear other creators say that. It's because we want it to be very clear that you know the relationship with the company that is promoting stuff. And, you know, if ever it does get to the point where I do other sponsored content on the channel, you know, I want to disclose that for you, which I think is important. But, you know, just in case you were ever wondering, you know, why I say that or why other creators say that, hopefully that sheds some light on it, because it's kind of interesting. You know, you can get in a lot of trouble if you don't. And there's a lot of influencers out there that they don't think about it. They're like, yeah, I'll take $5,000 to promote this, and I'm not going to tell them that they gave it to me for free, or I'm getting $1,000 or $5,000 from it, you know? Just do whatever. You can't do that these days. People, they need to know, you know, hey, is this a biased review? Is it, you know, is it honest? Is it, what's up? Okay, anyway, let's see. Now that does, I guess, bring me to another potential point is, I think doing these weekly streams might maybe be a possibility for sponsored content if I talk about something in here that isn't Pokemon. You know, I get offers all the time. I don't usually go with them because one of my rules is I don't like to compromise the quality of my videos. Like the actual videos I'm producing. If I'm making like a walkthrough series, I want it to stand the test of time, not just promote a product that's going to be in there for the video's lifetime. Like, I don't want to do that. But I feel like a stream like this that still gets a lot of views and a lot of people tuning in, you know, I don't think it's that bad. So I haven't done anything yet, but know that that might maybe be a possibility, especially if it end up helping too. But I always want that to kind of be known in advance. Again, right now I don't have any plans, but I feel like that would be a better spot than having to put it in videos and stuff like that, like my main videos. I don't want to compromise that. And the same thing goes for patrons and YouTube members. I did not have time to get together like a proper outro thing. Instead, I will read the supporters of the $10 tiers on each platform allowed at the end of the stream. But, you know, it's not something that's going to be included in my main videos. I'm very grateful and I really appreciate any support, but you know me, hopefully, and you know that that's just not how I want to present my videos. So I'll definitely have it here in the weekly streams, but it's not going to be something that will be like included on, you know, the more produced videos, if that makes sense. But yeah, yeah, anyway, let's see. Probably have time for a few more questions. Then I think we can wrap things up. What state do I live in? Insanity! No, I am a Wisconsinite. I'm from Wisconsin. I won't say where specifically, but in Wisconsin. I take pride of it. Let's see. There's something else, I don't remember where it was. Oh yeah, why do you like Gen 6 so much? Found the story and characters lackluster, but the Pokemon were cool. I love the setting. I love how they changed, you know, online play. Like, I thought it was really good. And then, music, Pokemon selection was good, just the setting. But yeah, as I kind of mentioned in a stream a bit back, like, every time I play X and Y, I do like it a little bit less. The characters, there are too many people that just weren't important. They just really weren't. So they could definitely go away. But yeah, I still enjoy it a lot, you know. That doesn't change. Favorite Mega? I really don't know. I like Mega Mawile. Like, it's just cool to see it get, like, some love. I mean, it's like, it was strong, too. Favorite villainous group? Probably this one. Team Galactic. They were so funny. They were really funny, actually. Yo, thank you so much, Fire Puppo, for the £7.15 saying I'm getting sleepy, so I'm going to head off. Thanks for a lovely stream. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Oh, well, thank you so much. Hopefully you get better sleep than I've had lately. Get some good rest there. And thank you so much for the £7.15, or about $10 US. Really do appreciate that. What series was my favorite to do? I really don't know. I like the Black Wedlock as far as like the challenge series I did. That was a lot of fun. I really got into it too, which I think was a good thing. With triple battles, they were interesting. I didn't like them that much, but I do kind of miss them. So for Gen 5 remakes to get the same treatment, I really want to see like HD 2D remakes of Black and White, like Bravely Default, Octopath Traveler, like kind of in that style. I think that'd be really cool. Like, there's hope for it. Like, maybe. Maybe. I'm doing alright. I'm tired right now, TCU Gamer Boy. Definitely tired. I've not gotten good sleep in quite a few days now. So I might even take a nap before dinner. We'll have to see. But if not, I'll definitely try to get some good, relaxing sleep soon. Thankfully, my schedule is easing up a little bit. A lot of the pressure and stuff I've gone through over the past 2 weeks, really. Should hopefully be easing up as well, so that's nice. Would I ever do an original Pokemon run through again, challenge or otherwise? Original Pokemon? Like, Red, Blue, Yellow? Is that what you mean? Probably won't do a challenge run. Because I've already done a blue Nuzlocke, like, way back. I did a yellow Sleeplock. But, yeah. I might do one for a walkthrough series for my site. Like, I wouldn't rule that out. All right, let's see. If I had to, which villainous team would I join? Well, even though Team Galactic is my favorite, I'd probably join Team Flare just because they got style and laboratories and stuff like that. Let's see. Do I think Pokemon games should do like special editions that come with like a soundtrack, CD, and other neat stuff? I think those get really expensive, but I think they're a good compromise to keep games affordable, if that makes sense. Like, if you have a $60 option and then have, like, a deluxe option, like, that's better than having a bunch of microtransactions or upping it to 70 or whatever. But I honestly hope they just put their music on iTunes and Spotify and stuff. Like, come on, where's the Sword and Shield music already? Have I heard of the game Omori? I've heard of it. I haven't played it. Is that the kind of Earthbound looking one? It's my favorite game of all time. I really don't know. Like, a lot of it depends on the mood, but ones that are way up there, Tetris Attack, Pokemon X and Y, Terraria, Minecraft, Final Fantasy IV, Dragon Warrior Monsters 2. Yeah. What are my thoughts on the tournament instead of the Elite Four and Sword and Shield? Should they continue selling similar? I don't think they need to continue it. I think it fit Sword and Shield very well, though. Like, I think that was just fine. Again, it was way different than, like, all the other games. But they kind of already did something different in the previous generation, Gen 7. I mean, you know, getting rid of the gym leaders using totem fights, like, that's way crazy. So I don't mind them mixing things up every now and then. I thought that was a cool way of doing it. I mean, at the end, there still kind of was an Elite Four in a way. Your favorite build-up to a legendary Pokemon, like the game build it up to be Rose, is so cool. The Xerneas fight. I was just in awe. I was in awe when I saw that scene and then got to the battle itself. It was just like, oh man. I rewatched it while editing probably 10 or 15 times. This is just so neat. Yeah, there's some Pokemon on like iTunes and stuff, but like they don't have Sword and Shield, like not even to buy. What the heck? I think Pokemon games themselves are getting better or worse. I think they are appealing to broader audiences. Let's just leave it at that. By considering playing other games on the channel like New Pokemon Snap or Legends Arceus. I'm not currently making plans for these. I am considering very solidly Brilliant Diamond because that's particularly nostalgic for this channel, for me personally, but I'm not going to commit to anything else because, you know, I don't want to necessarily play the YouTube game. We'll have to see. SoundCloud has Sword and Shield songs, but I don't think they're posted by the Pokemon Company. Don't think they're official. Kind of the Wild West over there. How's YouTube been for you? Surprisingly good the past few weeks. It's crazy. Like, these weekly chats have been really... A, they've been pretty fun. And B, people have been super generous, which is surprisingly motivating. What's your favorite song from the Black and White soundtrack? I really like Route 10. That's a good one. But yeah, Castelia City on Altasac sounds pretty cool. What do you think about the starters in Legends Arceus? I think that's cool. I like the fact that they are, they're different. Like, it's kind of a selection from every region. Or at least from a few regions, not every region. What's going on? Oh, not much. Just chilling. Just kind of talking about stuff. Probably winding things down. Although we're getting a few questions here and there. But I'm probably going to wrap it up in about, like, 5 minutes or so. Get on with my, my day, a.k.a. my nap. Do I have a favorite Pokemon rival? Y'all are gonna hate me. I really like Hop. I know he gets memed on all the time, but I like how, I really like how his character grew and he changed himself. He felt like he had to change himself only to find that he didn't. And then what happens at the end, it's like, wow, you did that to your best friend. And like, he goes through so many different changes. Like, he wants to do something and then he realizes he can't, but then he finds a new dream. And I think that's cool. Like, he does get dunked on all the time for the type matchups, but I liked him. I thought he actually was a really relatable character. Especially always being, in the shadow of your superstar older brother and getting so close to, being there, like, to replace him, but then being unable to. Also losing to Beat. I mean, that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. I don't blame him for wanting to just get rid of his whole team. So yeah, I know a lot of people don't like him, but I actually do. Like, I like him better than Hao, who is just a little too chill and relaxed. Lily isn't really a rival. She's just there. And then, like, X and Y rivals were really bad. Wait, what is going on? I think these alerts are from earlier. Yeah. Streamlabs, could you... Or Stream Elements, I'm sorry. Could you not? Alright, hold on. This might get rid of chat for a moment. What is going on? Alright. Chill. I don't know, man. That was weird. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you know what? One rival from X and Y, like, I usually like to dunk on the rivals in that, because there's too many. But one that I find I actually like, I like Shauna. Like, she's fine. I think if they got rid of Tierno and Trevor, get rid of them. They don't need to exist, and they could get rid of, like, Serena or Caleb or whatever, and that'd be fine. I guess if you get rid of the other two, you don't really need to. But Shauna, she wasn't that bad. She was actually, she was good. She was energetic. She was ditzy, but she also just wanted to be a good friend. And like, that was kind of neat. Like, I know I meme on her a lot, but I don't mind her. I think she was a pretty cool rival, all things considered. Not like cool, but she's not as bad. Like, I think if you have, Tierno and Trevor, who just, they need to go. And then Caleb was just so smug. And Serena, I don't know. She's just, eh. But Shauna was okay. Least favorite rival. Really didn't like, didn't really like Hugh. Like, I never really connected with him. Like, I think everyone, like, honestly, Gary / blue / green, like, whatever he is, like, he's a classic. I mean, it's hard to do better than that. Silver was fantastic. I guess Brennan and May are kind of boring. Honestly, they're really boring. Wally's boring, too. I'm sorry, I don't like Wally. I guess, Wally, I don't know. Honestly, probably Tierno. Hugh's sister didn't even get a name. No, right? You love to hate Gary and Silver, though? Oh yeah, but I mean, that's what makes them good rivals. Like, it's not that I like them because they're nice. I really don't think that. I like them because they're jerks. Because they're good characters. Anna's really good, too. What else am I missing? Honestly, I guess I pretty much covered it all. Favorite legendary trio? I don't know. I like the Lake trio. They're pretty cool. Like, they're unassuming, but I like them. All the emotions and stuff. Or not like emotions, but like, you know, knowledge, willpower, and emotion. Yeah. So, yeah. I think one of the bigger issues with Hugh was that he was too fixated on his sister's purloin. On his Glammeow? Yeah, it was ridiculous. And then, like, what happens at the end? It's like, oh, what? I didn't really like him. Get to see Barry again? That'll be alright. I like Barry. Like, he's way too energetic. It's, like, unrealistic, but he's funny. He's amusing. I like that alright. Favorite champion? Why is it Cynthia? Cynthia was really good. Not gonna lie. Like, she's definitely way up there. I actually like Leon a lot. I thought he was really good. And then, other than that, one, like, I think probably my favorite that just, it had me so excited, is technically not a champion, but, you know, Sun and Moon, all right? Sun and Moon. We'll just say that. Like, I loved that. I thought that was perfect. Perfect. All right. Anyway, chat, I think we're going to wrap things up here. I hope you enjoyed. We'll do this again next week. I don't really know when, but we will do it probably Wednesday. I don't think I have anything going on. But this will be a staple. We'll just have a nice little weekly chat. I do have some plans for things. I wouldn't really expect too much in the way of, like, videos coming up. I know my friends at Pokemon sent me this, though, for the weekend, so I'm probably going to have that going. So you'll have that to check out, but, like, not any gameplay immediately. But I do have some plans. I have some ideas. I love to see all this excitement and energy in the chat. You know, even if it doesn't continue, I definitely want this to be a staple around here. So if you want to tune in, great. If not, that's fine too. I don't have the cool kind of outro graphic I want to do, but I do want to give some thanks really quick here to, I have them in two different places because I'm just so organized. No, I just want to give a shout out to, where did it go? Otomachi Una, or Otomachi, or Oto, or however you said it, could be however. Thank you so much for your support over on Patreon. That does mean a lot. And then where did my YouTube go? There was what was it? The Shiny Big Service tier, right? Yeah, I think so. I'm still learning all this stuff, like all the navigation. Okay, yeah, there we go. The Loof! Thank you so much for your Shiny Big Service. I really do appreciate that. Thank you to everyone tuning in. Thank you, supporters on Patreon and YouTube memberships. Everyone who cheered some super chats in the stream, and everyone who smashed that like button. I mean, tuned in. Really do appreciate that. I will see you hopefully over the weekend for some battle styles. And then we'll see you again next week for another one of these chats. Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I will catch you next time. Oh, yeah.